All right, so maybe I'll go with Ishaq.
No, I want to give you Audu.
This Audu you've been campaigning for it. I don't know for whatever reason. What's the meaning of Audu anyway? It has a meaning. Audu.
Yeah, it's a name that you know, we have locally changed it or made it look a local name. Okay. Yeah, but usually it's a name that it's the root word is not Audu.
It's more of,
sometimes
more of a compound name.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want a name that will let people know that I'm rich.
You know what? Give him a moment to think about it. But before that,
there was a person,
a Muslim name that shows that I'm
there was a person who accepted Islam, and then they told him that whatever name that will be given to you, you have characteristics of that person who was the first person to, first person to be given that name. Yeah. So when they told him that, he went closer to the Imam and asked him whether Dangote is Islamic name.
Now, about accepting the Muslim religion and converting.
Yeah.
We all believe in the same God, the Almighty God.
Yeah.
So why then do we encourage people converting from one religion to the other?
Within each religion, it is believed that a person who strives to increase Christianity by one number, Islam by one number, Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, Zoroastrianism, and all kind of religion. If you're able to get one person converted to that religion, you earn a particular level of righteousness in the face of Allah or in the face of God. Or maybe you'll be rewarded with some number of blessings. And so the Christian always feel like, let me get more people into it so that I'll get more blessings. To please Jesus Christ. ISAAC. It's supposed to be what? Isaac. But you know, the Englishman said it should be called Isaac. Like there should be some Z's there, meanwhile it's S. Yes. We have John, that is Yahya. We have Isa, that is Jesus. We have a lot of them, Abraham. You have Musa, Moses, a lot of names.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
For the Muslims. And then on that Muslim day, when you go there, you wouldn't differentiate between a Muslim and a Christian, because he made it mandatory that everybody should put on an Islamic dress. And then Muslims are invited to come and educate.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Nice.
The school is in Kumasi. So when you go there, the way the proprietor, you know, even the way he dresses when he's moving around, people shouting Elijah, Elijah, and he's responding, though he's a Christian, because of his outfits on that day. And a lot of teachers and students over there, they all dress, and when you go there, they tell you that the percentage of Muslims here are less than 5 or something like that. You'll be surprised. That's one. And Christians must emulate that. When somebody's ear was cut, Jesus Christ replaced it. He says you must forgive how many times? 70 times 7. So if you must forgive 70 times 7, you must tolerate somebody who is not sharing your ideas and views. At least the man is demonstrating.
That's
and when you come to the Muslims too, you see Chief Imam going to the church as a symbol of Muslim Christian unity. When you come to Islamic University College, where I completed, the school is built by Muslims, but the dean of students is a Christian. And then the one in charge of financial matters, he's also a Christian. And so it doesn't like promote Islam over Christianity. So these bodies or these institutions are there to promote the unity. And so the rest of us, like your studio here, you are having Eid al-Adha, you have a lot of programs, but you just have to ignore all of them and then educate the Muslims or the world as far as Islam is concerned. Adom TV, Joy News, Joy Prime, wherever. And a lot of stations, radio stations, TV stations, they are all like celebrating Eid al-Adha. This shows that the Christians, though there are a lot of challenges here and there, but
we are evolving.
We'll get better.
We'll get there. Now, in the moment, the phone lines will be activated for you to call us and share with us anything that you would want to on observing Eid al-Adha. Today is a very special day for the Muslim brothers and sisters. It is their big festival where basically they share food around to their neighbors.
And we're still waiting for.
We are still waiting for Sheikh's wife to come and give us.
No, Sheikh promised that, so we don't have a problem.
So talking about Eid al-Adha, a few months ago, we celebrated Eid al-Fitr, which was the end of the fasting period.
Yeah.
And this is, I understand, is the bigger festival.
Yeah.
How do you observe this day, and how different is it from Eid al-Fitr?
Okay. Eid al-Fitr is the feast of breaking fasts. Fitr means to open your mouth or to break your fast. Like morning, the food we take in the morning in Arabic, we call it futur. So it's like breakfast.
Futur.
Yeah. So it is a feast of breaking fast. You fasted the whole of 30 days. And so there should be a time for you to, you know, when you are a student, you go through a lot of things. But at the end of the day, there should be a graduation where you enjoy yourself and other things. So the fasting is a training. You don't backbite, you don't insult, you don't fornicate, you don't do all these sort of social vices. And so at the end of the day, you have to at least celebrate that day, pray to God that the behavior or the character or the attitude you were able to exhibit within these 30 days, He should guide you through so that you can be able to emulate. Continue with it. The God of Ramadan isn't different from the God of the other months. And so when you are not fornicating in Ramadan, you don't have to do it in the other months because Ramadan was to train you for the rest of the months. So that is what is it about with Eid al-Fitr. So on that day, Muslims, you share food, we invite others, then we celebrate.
It looks like this time too, we're sharing food again.
Yeah, this one
how different is that?
The Feast of Sacrifice. The Christians...
They share meat.
Yeah, the Feast of Sacrifice is like, the Christians believe that it was Isaac that was supposed to be sacrificed. And then the Muslims believe that it was Ismail, that is Ishmael, who was supposed to be sacrificed. And so they all have to, they should have all celebrated this day because whether Ismail or Isaac was supposed to be sacrificed, at least
someone escaped being sacrificed.
Yes, and that person happens to be an originator of either Christianity or Islam. Muslims believe is Isaac, Ishmael, and then the Christians believe that it is Isaac. And so when Abraham made an effort to sacrifice this child, God gave him a ram instead of his son. Had it not been so, we would have all been sacrificing our children. And we wouldn't even
be here talking about it.
Be here talking about that. But you know, Abraham taught us a lot of things. You prayed for 100 years before you had a first child. And God told you to sacrifice that child.
That's difficult.
How will you be able to do it?
Extremely difficult.
Let me just use you for example. Maybe you've been able to maybe 20 years accumulate money. For all these 20 years, all what you could be able to do was to build a house or maybe buy a house. You just left, all of a sudden God told you that give this house out.
I should give this house to KMJ.
Me and God will quarrel small.
And you keep on seeing this dream continuously. And it was too strange to you that you feel like it wasn't just coming anyhow. It came because of a purpose. How will you take it?
So
if it was your car, God said give it out. If it is your cocoa farm, you farmed for 5 years, now that you are to harvest, God said, no, give it out as charity.
It will be a difficult thing to do, I must be honest.
So now my question is, how special was Abraham to have been able to even try to
do it in the first place?
You know,
are Christians emulating Abraham? Are the Muslims doing so?
That one, we're trying.
We are trying. You know, definitely some people's faith
the
and
owner of this
will be
whole
stronger
studio.
And see, the interesting thing is that
they
had direct connections with God, for that matter. I mean, these are people who could hear the voice of God distinctively. You know, unlike how we are.
Let me tell you that.
How do we get there?
But let me tell you that followers believed were very strong, much more probably even stronger than some of us Christians in this modern world. You know? And one controversial question I've been wanting to ask when it comes to Islamic religion and Christianity is more of Islamic religion. You mentioned early on that you try to preach that if you do not fornicate during the Ramadan period, why then would you continue? And that is one thing that we Christians, we speak a lot behind the Muslims. We say, we ask a lot of ourselves questions that, how do they do this? Because you keep yourself clean, you dedicate yourself to the cause of the fasting period.
That period.
You pray for everything. And as soon as the festive seasons are over, they are in the club, jamming, drinking, doing that. Some not everyone.
Yeah.
So what measures are you putting in place in the mosque to encourage the continuation of the pureness and cleanliness of a Muslim?
Okay, you know, every sickness has its own remedy. When you are having headache, when you go to the pharmacist, he will tell you what to take and what not to take. When you are pregnant, the same thing. And so when it is about fornication, I think what we are supposed to do is to promote marriage. You know, in Ghana here, we are trying to copy the white man too much.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching some of your programs, I think some few days ago on Adam Bedroom, and then I was looking at this gay and then homosexualism issue that was discussed. You know, in Ghana here, the age for sex, according to the law, is 16. But marriage is 18. It means from 16 you can be having sex, but it is 18 that you have the right to marry. Okay. Now, because of this, at that age, most females or ladies are either now completing secondary school or they've entered into the university. And that age, you cannot marry them because it's only a few that will allow you to marry them when they have just completed the secondary school and their results is very good, or somebody has just entered the university. And naturally we have this emotion. You can't do away with it. You can't trick, or let me say, be more faster than nature. It will catch you up. You know, naturally you have this feeling and you must be able to deal with it. You must be able to do away with it. And you can only solve it by either having sex with your marital your partner, or maybe you do it outside marriage.
Sheikh, please hold on to that. Let me activate my phone lines. The numbers will be scrolling on your TV, below your TV screens by now. Please pick them. Call us. Share with us your thoughts on how Eid al-Adha is being celebrated and any contribution you'd like to make into the show. Don't forget, we are also giving you the opportunity to share some lovely messages to your
all the loved ones,
especially our Muslim brothers and sisters. I have a few friends, and so I'd like to say Baraka de Salah to all of them. Happy Eid Mubarak. We are celebrating the Eid al-Adha with you. I am still very hungry, and I'm still expecting food. And now,
wait, you can send us the GPS, or we'll send you the GPS
I
from
hope
multimedia.
When comes, she will be holding a bowl.
She better be
a feast.
Oh, she better bring it on.
She will come
she won't sing the Suluka Salika here.
Please continue.
All right. So, you know, traditionally, we have this esiwa. A lady, when she's born, somebody will say, I'll marry her when she grows up.
That's another controversial
situation. So when the lady is growing, she knows that I'm going to get married to this person. So even if she's having this emotion, she has somebody to attend to. But this is the case, we are trying to resist, avoiding them from taking friends and other things. So when the person has been taking this boyfriend throughout the whole year, and you force this person because of religious beliefs to abstain for 1 month, it will be very difficult for that 1 month alone to be enough to get the person away from fornication. So what you have to do is try and satisfy the person's emotions by providing the right way for the person to get himself into this marriage. Our Christians and other things, they think that when I take a boy as a friend, I'll be suspected, and so let me go to another friend who is a female, and she may even maybe introduce me into gay or lesbianism or whatsoever. So let us promote marriage, whether the person is in school or not. Let us promote marriage so that she, you know, when she's in school and she's not and she's married, I think she will have a sound mind to study than maybe having a boyfriend, deceiving her, going here. You can't even stand for your exam because you feel like the guy is tormenting your life. But you know, marriage, things that can destroy or break
a structure,
relationship,
so,
it is difficult for that same thing to break marriage, because marriage, we have elders who will sit and tell you that it is experience in marriage. You have to go back and then continue.
There'll be counseling session for you. If
you've all gone through the same thing. But if you don't do it and you try to prevent people from marriage, and they are into this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship until Ramadan, and after the Ramadan the person has been able to resist for that 1 month, it will be very difficult, because just that 1 month alone is not enough.
And I do agree. I mean,
so we have to promote marriage more so that it will avoid this kind of
and this is a
problems.
more practical solution. I mean, if you have a problem, you identify it, and then you make available solutions to it. What else?
Yeah.
So how about we Christians? Do you think that promoting marriage would also be a solution to some of the problems that we are facing, especially with amongst the youth?
Absolutely, I think so. Okay, I think we have somebody on the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zayo.
Yes.
Hi, darling. Your name is so sweet. I should have taken that instead of Selimatu.
You see, I'm waiting for the men to also call, and then let me find a name from there.
You're live on Joy Prime, and this is the It Special Show. What do you have to share with us?
Our Muslim friends, we are all doing well to cope with them. Yeah, we are praying that we get along easily because you know how Ghana is. It's very hard for a Christian and a Muslim to get along, but we are all trying to do it.
And as well, it will be fine, yeah?
So how are you celebrating the day today?
I'm in the house. I'm yet to go out to celebrate it.
Okay.
Some beach party or something like that, eh? With your Muslim friends.
No.
Oh, okay. Or you're going to the mall.
Is that where you've been going?
When you buy something, remember us. Yeah, we're here in the studio, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll bring it to you guys.
Joe, do you have any loved ones you'd like to send some messages to? Oh, we lost her.
We lost her, right?
Yeah,
who's next? Do we have a next person on? Ashley, right? Tashi. Oh, it's a lady. Okay, hello. How are you? Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
My name is Philomena. I'm calling from Takoradi.
Okay, so you're still enjoying your holiday, I guess.
Yes.
Well, what do you want to say about the whole celebration?
I want to contribute to the program.
Please go ahead.
It's difficult to get Muslims and Christians getting married together. But I'm praying that we'll do away with that and then we get ourselves more together than we are already. And we are all human. I believe we are all human, and there shouldn't be any discrimination. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian. It won't add anything to anything. So let's just love flow, let's enjoy ourselves, and then live together as one.
You're a Christian, I guess.
Yes, I'm a Christian.
I'm sure you're admiring Babana for the area there. That's why you're saying that.
Yes. I really love his outfit too.
Oh, okay.
Really nice.
Don't worry, you agree. Yeah, very soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling us. And Sheikh, she made
Oh, there's Rashida too on the line. Rashida.
Hello, Rashida.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rashida.
Please, I want to contribute. I agree with what Sheikh said earlier on about allowing ladies to get married at the early age. You see, I went to a college, training college. I'm a professional teacher. And whilst we were there, the ladies that were married and in school with us, they were more relaxed. But some of us that were not married, we were all over the place, dating the guys. We couldn't even study. We couldn't study. We couldn't even concentrate. We were all over the place. But these girls that were married, they were more focused on their studies. And they were even more responsible, and they were taken care of. So I agree with what Sheikh is saying. I'm a Christian, though.
Yes.
But I agree 100% with what he
The broken heart alone will not even make you
Thank you very much, Rashida. I mean, with experience, she's speaking from experience, and it did work for people around her. Chabara.
Yeah.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
And happy Eid.
Happy
Eid. Yes.
Yeah, happy Eid al-Fitr.
Is that a response to that, Sheikh?
Okay.
So tell us, are you Muslim?
No, I'm a Christian.
Oh, I like the fact that the Christians are calling on the show and telling us their experience and all that. So tell us, what's your experience with this celebration, actually?
I want to contribute to the program.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I like the fact that Sheikh was advising that marriage should be promoted. I just got married like a month ago, and it really helps I mean, it really helps for people not to fornicate. Assuming you want to be like you want to live a holy life, it really helps a lot. So I will advise that what Sheikh is saying is a serious thing and it should be encouraged. And also, people should not see marriage as a difficult thing. In Ghana now, people they have they have presented it like something expensive, but people should do it in their own way, and then they should get down with it. Yeah. I mean, you can have your own budget for your marriage. It doesn't mean Kwesi did it with 50,000 Ghana cedis, so you should also do it that way. Yeah. You can have your own budget for your marriage. You can marry with 5,000, you can marry with 10,000 cedis, even less than that. And wedding, it's not by force. You can do an engagement later in life when you are okay. You can do a wedding or something. Yeah. So, customary marriage and the ordinance marriage is also important, but if you can't do it, so in a way of promoting marriage, the young one should be encouraged to do it in their own small way, and then I think it will help a lot.
All right, thank you. Your point well made. We appreciate it. Yusuf is on. Yusuf.
Yes, sir.
Boss. Hello.
Hello. Salam alaikum.
Malaikum salam. Yade.
We are doing well here in Germany.
So you're flawed.
I'm charged, baby.
So my contribution is on tolerating one another and then coexistence. My observation is that it's like the old generation was not as tolerant as today's generation.
That's true.
And that dates back to when I was a student at UEW Kumasi. We're looking for a place to raise a mosque. But we realized that the teachers and our Muslim brotherhood tried their best, but we're not getting the space. Fortunately for us, Sandwich Group came, and then one of the promises the contestants were making with the SRC leadership, that if we vote for them, they will assist us to get a space to raise the mosque. And that really happened.
Wow.
So that means that today's generation is more tolerant and they are ready to live in peace and harmony with the Muslim Brotherhood than yesterday's. So that's my contribution on this program.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Talking about coexisting, I believe that Christianity always evolves. We grow. Yeah. We become open to things. Yeah. I mean, there was a point where we would probably have believed that as a Christian, everybody must gather under one roof to be able to worship God and call God to be amongst us. Yeah. But then again, people said, oh, even when you are by yourself, you are a temple of God, so you can still command the presence of God where you are. Yeah. And we have also extended our boundaries to worshiping with other churches. You see one pastor move from his church to preach another pastor's church. We are just mixing up together. Has the Islamic religion evolved?
Yeah, I can say that some years back in the Islamic history, Islam was a religion that was revealed among the Arabs. And then their influence, their life, their culture had a lot of influence on the religion. Even till now, there are a lot of influences on the religion. And so their life, the way it used to be before, and the way they were able to put certain things, like when you hear a lot of, nowadays, when you hear a lot of bombing and other things, you usually hear it around the Middle East. Yeah. But Islam has traveled outside the Arabian Peninsula. Islam has traveled to Africa, to Europe. And when you go there, you see an European Muslim, he doesn't look that fearful. Yeah. When you come to Ghana and you see a Ghanaian Muslim, he doesn't look that fearful like the way some people make us feel like all Muslims are violent, all Muslims are this and that. They walk along with guns, they walk along with knives in their pockets and other things. And so when you look at Islam some years back, even the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself, he said that there isn't any prophet that has been tormented by his own people than he himself. Jesus said, he came to his own, but his own received him not. Prophet Muhammad too, when he came, they tried killing him in Mecca. He went to Medina. They followed him there to fight him. A whole lot of things, because they feel like, how can you bring this religion to overtake our culture and our way of life? And we were the leaders here. When we accept your religion, automatically we have to forgo our leadership, and you will take over. And so they were fighting him here and there. And after his demise, most of them tried to fight back, because they feel like Muhammad is no more. So now let us try to claim whatever we were losing or what we lost some years back. So it created a whole lot of conflicts in the early years of Islam. But after Islam was able to travel outside the Arabian Peninsula, and now, you know, Europeans are in, Africans and whoever, they are all practicing the religion. You cannot stay somewhere in Arab or maybe somewhere and dictate for the African Muslim. The African Muslim feel like, I can wear my slate and kaba, I can wear my this type of dress is an African wear. This one is the Arabian wear. They have this veil on top, and sometimes they have some black robe tied on top. And so when you come here, our way of dressing, we can just wear our nikah, our long sleeves, and we'll be praying. We will not be dressing like them. We don't speak like them. We don't do things like them. So Islam is also evolving. So the level of tolerance in Islam some years back, it's not as compared
different
to today.
Talking about turbans, how do you tie yours? Is it your wife that helps you to tie yours, or by yourself?
No, I do it.
You do it yourself.
How long does it take?
Oh, it's a long one.
It's a very long one.
It's a very long
so
one.
your wife,
I fold it.
Your kuntu?
Yeah, I fold it and then I.
I'll come for practice. I would love to have one on my head. So I'll come for practice. So
Shaikh Ismail, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. Indeed, you are very deep into your religion,
very deep.
And we would have loved to have a more lengthy conversation with you.
All right.
Fortunately and unfortunately, we have to make room for some entertainment for the day. So.
We'll say thank you. You can't shake. I can only shake. So Sheikh will not take us to Sheikh. So that's how we pray.
Okay, before so let me greet maybe one or two.
Oh yeah, sure. Then we'll finish. We'll say a prayer and then.
I have a friend, Anas. He does repair motors at Asankregwa. Walasi, that is Abdullah. He's also at Asankregwa. Abdullah Abutrika, Jitikila. We have Alaji Muhammad King, he's also at Asankregwa. My friends who are at Islamic University, Aziz, I saw him calling right now.
Oh, Aziz,
Aziz, shout out to you. We did see you too, yeah.
A lot of friends back at home, I cannot mention everybody's name, but a Disco Computers is my brother. Great. He used to design these flyers and other things for me. I can't mention everyone.
Please continue to design for. Continue to design for Sheikh, Continue to design for Sheikh.
At Asankregwa,
and Sheikh came all the way from Asankregwa.
Yes.
So we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Allah bless you.
Well, there's more coming up right here on Joy Prime. It is still the It's Special, and we're expecting Miss G to also join us in a very brief moment.
Let's do the prayers. So
we will be treating you to some good music. Well,
we have to stand, yeah?
You can sit.
Okay.
You can sit, yeah.
Oh, but I want to stand. I want to stretch my legs.
No problem.
Okay, so.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد لا إله إلا الله العظيم الحليم لا إله إلا الله رب العرش الكريم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم إني أسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والغنيمة من كل بر والسلامة من كل إثم اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا سقما إلا شفيته ولا عيبا إلا سترته ولا رزقا إلا بسطته ولا خوفا إلا آمنته ولا سوءا إلا صرفته ولا حاجة هي لك رضا ولنا فيها صلاة إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين آمين يا رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واجر فرجهم آمين
آمين
صلى الله عليه وسلم
آمين
آمين
Thank you. Now go there. Yeah. Leave me alone.
All right, so we'll go for a quick breather. When we come back, we're still here. We're entertaining you, so make sure you stay with us. There's a lot coming on the show. We told you about the fashion show as well. It's also coming up right here on the show. Miss G is joining us with the Sunaka. We're back in a bit.
I can't speak.
You came to me in that hour